Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we begin a new week together. Tonight we are here in Monterey Park, California, a community that is in mourning following the deadliest mass shooting of the year. And what was supposed to be a night of celebration for the Lunar New Year instead turned into a massacre. Well, today the death toll growing, 11 people killed and 9 others injured. And what we're learning tonight about some of the victims, all over the age of 50. A second shooting was prevented by 26-year-old Brandon Say, seen in these surveillance tapes. Tonight, our interview with his father, who owns the Lai Ballroom. Well, tonight, police still searching for a motive after the suspected gunman, 72-year-old Hu Can Tran, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound as investigators closed in. And late this afternoon, police say they recovered 42 bullet casings inside the studio that's right behind me. And at that second studio, police found a 9mm semi-automatic handgun, which was wrestled away from him. CBS's Kris Van Cleave is here. There's new information just coming in. I know you have the latest details.
Norah, we're just hearing from investigators. They now believe the suspect was manufacturing weapons at his home. As the investigation continues, they are trying to piece together the motive here. We know they are looking at jealousy or a potential domestic dispute that could have been contributing factors.
The hunt for answers brought investigators nearly 80 miles from the scene of the deadly shooting to suspects Hu Can Tran's Hemet, California home, where sheriff's deputies served a search warrant overnight. Neighbor Pat Roth.
You just don't know day to day who's who and what's what. You know, he didn't strike me as having an angry bone in his body.
But police believe this is the man who went on a shooting spree at the Star Dance Studio in Monterey Park Saturday night, killing at least 11.
I got 3 immediates in here, and I got approximately 10 to see.
The shooter fired into the crowd with a semi-automatic pistol equipped with a large capacity magazine.
We want to get to the motive. We want to know what the heck happened here. The only way we're going to get there is through a lot of very hard detective work.
Those killed ranged in age from their 50s to their 70s, including 65-year-old Mei Nan. Fonda Kwan is her niece.
Shot her first and then proceed to go inside to shoot everyone else.
The shooting was first reported at 10:22, and 17 minutes later at 10:39, the suspect entered a second dance hall about 3 miles away. Here, 26-year-old Brandon Say wrestled the gun away from him, as seen in these surveillance images. Sheriff Robert Luna says it's illegal to possess this type of weapon in California. Brandon's father, Tom Say, owns the dance studio.
I'm very proud of him. You know, if the situation had been any different, I think that night was a tragedy. It could have been much worse if he wasn't disarmed.
So do you think your son saved a number of people's lives?
I think so.
The suspect took off, but about 12 hours after the shooting, nearly 30 miles away, Torrance police spotted his white van with stolen license plates. When officers approached the vehicle, they heard a single gunshot. Investigators say the suspect shot himself. A second handgun was among the evidence removed from the van. Tonight at the scene, neighbors trying to make sense of this senseless loss of life left flowers.
Every Saturday, she's always going to dance. It's the day that she looks forward to, and the reality sinked in. It's gut-wrenching.
We're also just hearing from Hemet police. They say the suspect came to them twice this month, claiming that members of his family had tried to poison him, as well accusing them of theft and fraud over the last 2 decades. He promised to come back with evidence, but never did. Norah?
Kris Van Cleave, thank you so much.